Okay, hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to the channel. It has been quite some time since I've done an actual pre-recorded video. I'm out back distilling essential oils and hydrosols, so thought I'd mix it up in the meantime while I'm waiting for the still to get hot. In the meantime, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified when we launch videos. It's been sort of a chaotic start to 2020. My rising sign is air. Some of the squad actually put me onto esoteric astrology, which for me makes a lot more sense. And they put an emphasis on the rising sign as compared to the sun sign. So, ooh, looks like we found our first card. My rising is Aquarius. My sun is Aries. But I have not. Anywho, we're going off of rising sign. Second sign, if you're born in the day, go off your sun sign. If you're born at night, go off the moon sign. Anywho, let's get cracking. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Action, ideas, emotion. Winds of change, they say. When a strong gust of wind hits you, it does something, you know? So while some within their ranks may be true life airheads, others are as powerful as a gravity-defying G-force. Air signs bring everyone a breath of fresh air when things start to get stale. Like the breeze, you can't quite catch them, and you never know where they'll drop you once they sweep you up. It will almost always be an adventure, though. Cool. With that being said, we already have our first card. Ace of Swords, Ace of Beginnings, right? Stay focused and resolute. So I'll read it for you. I'll read it what it says, then I'll go ahead and make a sort of intuitive call on it. General meaning: the suit represents represents the rational mind and its ability to discriminate. Swords cut through things in order to pierce illusion, to differentiate between fantasy and reality. Ooh, we're already on point, fellow air rising signs. In the image of this ace, a single upraised sword represents your prime motive or a guiding ideal. The vision that guides you through life's changing fortunes with single-minded clarity. The sword is sometimes shown piercing a silver and or laurel crown, a symbol of optimism implying evolution, progress, a sense of hope and victory. So we got it in the upright position. Let's take a gander at the upright. Advises you to be steady. You are about to reach your objective. There may be no need to hesitate, because concentrate on making your impact. This could be your moment. Let's see if I can show you guys the card. The arrow is pointed straight at the target. Your eye is keen, your grip firm. Let that arrow fly. If you set aside distractions and hit your mark, you will be rewarded with insight and clarity. Remember that it is not the time to hold back, worrying about the consequences. When you access this level of truth, you are very likely to cut through all illusion and nonsense. So that we're going from the Ace of Swords. Nice. Lord of the root of powers of air. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw the intuitive. Something in there struck a nerve. Check this out, you guys. Check this out. If you're new, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Join the squad. I'll try to do more of these. But check this out. What is it? Let the arrow. There's something to be said about arching. And that something is this, archery. If you're anything like me, and you might be if you're watching this video as a rising air sign, it's hard for you to stay focused on one thing. I have 1,000 things going on at any given time. That leads to hesitation. It leads to procrastination. Not because you're lazy, but because you have so many different things to do, you're not sure which one of them to even attempt, and as a result, you end up not doing any of them. keyth. So this is important. Advises you to be steady first and foremost. And another one was cut through the illusions and nonsense. The swords give us that power in this pool. When it comes to hesitating in archery, back to archery, if you've ever shot a bow before, they teach you, or a gun, or done any sort of target shooting, there's this quality of acting without letting yourself know that you're going to act. Pulling the trigger before you realize you're going to pull the trigger, or letting, as in archery, you're taught to let go of the arrow without letting your body know that you're going to let go of the arrow. It's a terrible dilemma and a terrible paradox. Alan Watts talks about it a lot. And it's something along the lines of you can't let the devil know what you're up to. Otherwise, the devil will make an adjustment and capture you in his snares. He said it a little more gracefully than I did. I kind of paraphrased. Anywho, it's going to be tough for you air signs because we can be in our head a lot. I know I have been in my head an extremely large amount, but I'm seeing the light, you guys. I'm seeing the light, and there's hope for us. And this is what the archery is teaching us. We have to learn how to act without thinking, air signs. We have to learn how to act without preaching it to the world. In other words, we must do for the sake of doing, almost instinctively, intuitively. This will help us a lot with the procrastination. I do a lot of things. You guys might do a lot of things. Your mind might be all over the place. But if we can just let the arrow fly and act without hesitation, we can be gifted the clarity. I get caught up a lot in, is this the right decision or not? Is this the right move to make or not? I need clarity, but what we're saying this next month is perhaps the clarity that we are looking for is, or will be found in the doing itself. Not in the thinking about doing, but in the doing about doing. Again, don't let the devil know what you're up to. Don't let the tax collectors know that you're skipping town, otherwise they'll stop you. Don't announce to the world that you're giving up drinking, because then you'll get every opportunity to drink. It's a funny thing, you know what I mean? It's not. If you guys haven't noticed that, then you haven't been paying attention. Where as soon as you announce something, the exact opposite happens, and this is one of the ways of getting around that, is try to act without thinking, try to act without speaking, try to just be, I guess you could say, be in the moment, but that almost sounds too like, all right, be in the moment, now what sort of thing. But it's not just be in the moment. Anywho, let's pull the second card. So, air signs. First was our Ace of Swords. Well played. You got it. That was useful for me too, because I'm always like, fuck. I've been redlining. I don't know if you guys have been redlining, but I've been fucking redlining for at least a good 18 months. Just pedal to the metal, Captain, and I've been killing it. Lately, I've been meditating more, and I'm getting back in my spiritual game, getting back in my grounded game. It's been feeling super nice. I'm really excited. So this Ace of Swords is gold, baby. Next card is Six of Pentacles. Where are we at? Pentacles. Coin. Six of coin. Six of coin. Like last time, I'll read it and then I'll... Battery life, we're good. I'll read it and then we'll do our little intuitive insight. Six of coin. Think of yourself as someone who can assist others in refining their skills and talents and using them successfully. That's interesting. I didn't think we were gonna go in that direction. I was feeling awfully egotistical and selfish that last pull about, I'm gonna be a go-getter. Get her done. But it seems like we should be helping people in this moment. Let us proceed. General meaning. The suit most often named coins or pentacles, wealth or potential. Something supportive that is available to you, whether it be health, a talent, a material, or financial resource. Pay attention to who wants to help you. I'll stop this here, but pay attention, you guys, to who's reaching out to you, who's offering you help, who's trying to get your attention. I can be one-track minded, and when people are blowing me up, I'm like, I don't have time, and I've been making time for that. Like, people from the channel have been hitting me like, yo, Keith, I gotta talk to you about something. And I'm like, come on, man, I'm doing my own thing here, like, give me a break. And then I hit them up. It's happened like with 3 different people. And they're like, yo, first of all, wagwan. And I'm like, wagwan. And then we have some amazing conversations, and then the conversations lead to like, hey, help me help you sort of thing. So it's like, be open. So far we're getting with this. Be open. Patronage, generosity with strings attached. Ooh, with strings attached. That still falls in line with the conversations I've been having. Not that I don't mind. If I attach the strings, all you want. Shows a rich man giving alms. Oh man, I always do that. I shuffle the card when I'm talking, and then I can't show you. We'll just keep reading. A patron or benefactor who rescues a talented person from oblivion, but then wants to dictate what the artist works on as his fame grows. Inequality of power is generally a factor in this card. Interesting. And the person being helped needs to be careful not to trade off heart and soul for a shortcut to fame or fortune. Each player in this scenario needs to examine the possibility they are taking one side or the other in an unbalanced power struggle. That's interesting. I've gotten 3 different business offers in the past probably week and a half, where people want to invest in my company. Ding, ding, ding. When someone invests in your company, they either take they either take a decent portion of the profits or own stock in the company, or both in some cases, depending upon how much money they're giving to you. That being said, noted. I would say, I guess, slow down, you guys. Slow down, because a lot of times we get help and we don't realize that it might come with strings attached. That's not to say that attached strings are a bad thing. We do it to other people all the time. Rarely in this world are any of us unconditional. If you're nice to someone and they're not nice to you back, you're pissed off. If you show affection to someone and they don't show affection back, you're pissed off. If you give someone a bunch of money and they don't call you or something like that or ignore you, then you're pissed off, right? We give things with strings attached for the most part. I'm guilty. We're all guilty. Let's not be haters. Let's just be aware of the strings that are being attached. We can attach the strings ourselves and put a deadline. Hey, I'm putting this string up. Cool. Let's make this happen, but I'm taking it off this time next year. Or at least I'm reevaluating the situation this time next year. While we rarely can do things alone and we need help and we need to pay our dues, right, for the help that we are given, we also anywho, advice position. I had to cut myself off. I was rambling too much. I think I only have like 20 minutes on this SD card. We're already at 15. In the advice position, which is what we got, the 6 of coin in this position asks you to think of yourself as a cosmic talent agent, seeking before I go on, Toth, the homie Josh, what was I just telling you that I want? He was one of the people who didn't want to invest, but wants to start a project and have me involved. But anywho, I told him one of my lifelong dreams is to. I just had this conversation like 2 days ago on the way to the business meeting that I had with the investor. Go figure. But the conversation was, hey, one of my big things I want to do, sort of a fantasy, if money was no object, what would you do, Keith? And one of them was, I didn't go into detail, but the detail is I want my own castle where I scout the planet for brilliant minds, brilliant young minds, young kids, or preferably not adults, that are geniuses, that are brilliant, who wouldn't otherwise have access to a shit ton of resources. I scout the world, I find them, if they pass the tests, I bring them to the castle and they have all the money in the world, not as kids, but as they get older, I basically like, all right, keep like a scout, which is funny, literally as a cosmic talent agent, like someone would do for football. You go and you see the talent, like, oh shit, that kid's got talent, like let's keep an eye on him, send him a letter, tell him to make sure he stays on top of his shit. I digress. I basically want to be a cosmic talent agent for brilliant minds in my own research center where they're pumping out inventions left and right, and the inventions aren't being capitalized. They're not being bought out and stuck into a vault where no one gets to use them. Like, they actually get let out into the world. So, and the card I'm getting here is the Six of Coin. In this position asks you to think of yourself as a cosmic talent agent, seeking individuals who show a spark or gift. You may help them refine and upgrade their skills to fit a larger context. Beautiful. The outcome is a peer relationship with a sense of mutual regard and admiration. This is a delicate operation. You have to constantly check your intentions so that you are not expecting something in return. Do not for a minute feel proud about doing someone a favor. In truth, what you are doing is paying back an old debt to those who served you as mentors. Fuck, that's beautiful, man. I want to break that apart and dive deeper, but like, how it doesn't get more deep than that. The first thing we talked about was strings attached. And then we had a plot twist. We can't control whether or not people want to give to us without making it conditional. But what we can control is what we do for other people, making it conditional. I like that. I like that a lot. Keep that in mind, you air signs, as this month unfolds. We don't want to cut people off from their spark. People's passions and desires, the genuine ones, the ones that are from the heart and not out of desperation or some other negative source of excitement and passion, because there are negative sources of excitement and passion. But the ones that are from a good, positive, clean source, that is the spark. That's the soul food. That's what connects an individual to the other side, is that genuine love for something. So when we help people, we gotta help them to just fucking help them, to encourage that spark, if anything else. Not to give so that they can, to treat them as an investment. Oh, I'm going to give to them and they're going to start, which I'm fucking guilty of. Like, I do that all the time, especially with the YouTube channel. I'm like, all right, I'll help this person and maybe they can help me in the future. I'll help this person, maybe if they grow and they become twice as big as I am, then they'll give me a shout out and then they can help me out in the future. Like, or not even in YouTube, when I'm selling products, I'm like, hey, if I'm stay in contact with this guy, then he's got a plug. He can be my plug and we'll be homies and he'll be my plug. I'll help him make money. He'll help me make money. And I don't think that's a bad thing. There's just a difference between the grind for the sake of grinding, which is what I'm talking about, and then catering to a soul spark. You know what I mean? Those are two different ball games. And I feel like we progress through humanity, or not through humanity, but through the evolution of life. We sort of progress from different stages of our life. We're selfish, and then we're completely altruistic, and then we become overly altruistic, and everyone walks all over us, and then we have to reel it in, and then we try to find the balance between give and take, and how much do I give of myself, and how much do I just say, fuck you, I'm done with you, you're like just a drag, and I can't have it anymore. You know, it's always about the balance. And there seems to be a shift this month, you guys. It doesn't have to be the rest of your life or the rest of the year, but noted, universe, I'll take that to heart when it comes to me helping somebody out. I'll try to do my best to help someone out to serve their soul spark. Last card, but not least, we're at 20 minutes. Card hasn't run out yet. Let's see what we got. Princess of Cups. Of the Palace of the Floods. Check her out. Can you see it? What up, ma? She's like, look at me, I'm sexy as fuck. Opening up those floodgates, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink. Open up the floodgates, Miss Sexy. What up? Been watching too much anime. Plus, she kind of looks like a dude. Anywho, I'll read it and then we'll give the intuitive. It says, make yourself fully available for whatever is needed. Represents poetic, mystical, emotionally open young person, still tender and idealistic, given to flights of imaginative fantasy. I feel like we've been getting cards relevant to air signs, flights of imaginative fantasy. How many guys can you relate to that? This energy is exquisitely refined and fine-tuned, which is noteworthy, actually. Which is very noteworthy. It may be that a sense of being grounded in reality has not yet entirely set in, such that he or she is easily tossed about by external forces and events. This person must work to achieve a stronger will and a more calculating mind, to balance and protect all that wonderful sensitivity. Again, we need more balance is coming up. It was also the advice position though, so. Advises you to study the best ways to be of service. So we're going to be helping people this month, y'all. Air signs. It is our job. Well, here's what I got to say to the air signs. Our back's going to be hurting. Our back is going to be hurting at the end of this month because we will be carrying the world. We will be carrying the world. This is our turn to be the bears this month. Strive to discern what would give more pleasure, comfort, and emotional security, and then provide it. Understand that what is happening has little or nothing to do with you personally. The best you can do is offer support and listen closely. Make sure you understand what is needed and serve the situation with loyalty. Look at individuals around you as the embodiments of the divine and try to fulfill each one's needs. Be concerned with the outcome. Later you will understand why you needed to be in this position. I'm glad they ended it with that sentence. Later you will understand why you needed to be in this position. Because I was on oh shit, we're gonna end this video. We're running out of time, you guys. It's flashing. So, oh wait. No, that just meant we're gonna roll to the, no, we're still good. Just kidding. I'm curious, because I'm not at all in the energy of helping somebody out right now. Other than like my immediate love, like my child and my woman and like my family. Like just everyone else, I'm like, fuck off. I got too much shit to deal with right now. So maybe that's why this card's coming up. It's all, nah. Stop focusing on yourself too much and dial something else in. That's what we're gonna do. Find the resolve within yourselves, air signs. Find the solace. Find the other two cards. Find the genius. The page of floods. It's a flood of creativity, water creativity. Page as well, so it's a very feminine card again, creativity and whatnot. Almost the youthful, creative spark that we were talking about. Only this card is saying that it must be refined. It's a refined spark. It's not reckless imagination. It's not airheadedness like us air signs are used to. It's refined airheadedness. To me, what this spread is basically saying is refine your creativity and your arts. But it's not going to be for you. The refining is going to be for someone else. You're going to have to find it in yourself first, because if you can't find it in yourself first, don't even try to help other people with it. Well, I guess you could try. It's not fair to say that if you don't have something dialed in that you can't teach somebody else about it. But just know that the better you have found it within yourself, then the better you're going to be at helping other people with it. So refine your creativity and refine your imagination. Is there anything else I missed? It said be unconcerned with the outcome. I thought that was kind of fun. It's like, be concerned with the outcome. That seems like a strange thing for a tarot card to say, but whatever, I'll roll with it. It wasn't that. It was be unconcerned with the outcome, which makes more sense. that's it, y'all. I hope that was helpful. I hope it was helpful. It's been a chaotic 2020 so far. Would you agree? We did our pool at the beginning of the year, and it happens. But check this out. There was a strong shift. We've already had like 2 or 3 eclipses already in the past month or something crazy like that, or a lunar and a solar and then something else. Anywho, the same way that you stir a water cup in a circle and makes a vortex, like a nice, pretty, clean vortex. That's how energy works. Doesn't matter if you're the good guy or you're the bad guy, you're a piece of shit or you're Captain Planet. When you got it going, when you're slaying, it's a perfect vortex. But once you change the direction of that water and you want to go in the other direction, it's chaos. The water starts sloshing all over the place, starts spilling over the cup edge, and then it takes a while for the momentum to carry it in the opposite direction. But notice, the spin is a spin. You could be going from a completely shitty person to a wonderful person. You can go from piece of shit to Captain Planet, but you're still going to experience chaos. It's not like, oh my god, I'm doing everything right. Why is shit hitting the fan? Well, you're rerouting your entire life. You're rerouting the entire energy that you had stored in your old paradigm, and now you're going in the other direction, and you're in this state of sloshiness. But this is quite the slosh, because basically air signs have to be of service to everybody at the moment. And I will admit, I guess I have been kind of selfish these past couple years. I've just been focusing, I've just been focusing on growing my business, my YouTube channel, my abundance in general, because I have a family now and a 11-month-old child, and I need a spot. I need to move into a bigger spot. I need more space for the fam. So past couple years have just been grind, you know what I mean? Which naturally makes one selfish, because I've been very masculine, dominant, laser focused, which is wonderful because I've been fucking slaying everything I put my mind to. But I guess now it's time to slip into the flood, slip into the creativity, but the refined creativity, which air signs can appreciate. We'll end it on that, you guys. Thanks for being here. If you made it this far and you're new, you might as well subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you can be updated. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you, everybody else, for being here, the continued support. Thanks for the Etsy shop is doing super well. I need to make a video for my Patreons. I'm sorry, you guys. I need to give you guys some more love, because you guys are the real MVP and you're helping substantially. I really do appreciate that. Thank you, y'all. John Smith out there, thanks for holding it down, man. Thanks for the help. I know we've been kind of in a lull these past couple of weeks.